And we are back on the late shift with Will Merrill. My guest this evening, my first guest this evening, needs no introduction. So guess what she's about to get? An introduction. That is right, y'all, man. She out here. She got them hands, boy. She can do her ditty when she get the yay. She with the real, with the yay.
With
for
the
real,
yeah.
real for real. Y'all give it up for the very lovely, very yeah with the yeah, Miss Ashley White. Ashley White, how you doing today?
I'm well. I'm so glad. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you for clocking in with your boy. Now,
Yes.
first thing I want to know is why boxing?
Yeah.
What drew you to the sport of boxing?
Yeah, so I've been doing martial arts for about 6 years now. I started when I moved to Los Angeles.
Okay.
I started training in Krav Maga, which is a Israeli-based martial arts, which is
Okay.
really, it's a self-defense, but it gives you a lot of discipline. It's great for the mind. It's great practice. And so when I started doing martial arts, I saw that I had a knack for it. I saw that I was whooping up on the boys in class. I was progressing. I was doing my belt testing, and it was an outlet for me.
Okay.
I enjoyed the heavy bag. I enjoyed sparring. I enjoyed sort of that little lick that you get and then you come back, you know, twice as hard. So it was an outlet for me. I enjoyed it. And so even when I was moving around, I'm from Baton Rouge, but I've been all over. I've lived in LA. I've lived in DC. I've lived in New York.
Okay.
It was a way for me to, you know, as long as I had some gloves or somebody with, you know, some training gloves, we could spar together. It was something you didn't really need a whole gym for. You could, but you didn't really need it. And so now that I'm back home, I wanted to get back into it. It's not necessarily something that I had around me growing up.
Okay.
But it is something that I saw I was good at. And now that my mom has been telling me about, I had a great aunt who was a coach at the Breck Gym on North 14th, which was the boxing gym.
Okay. Shout out.
So like,
Shout out.
yeah, so now I'm, putting the connections together, and who knew that I already had that in my family. And so, I saw a coach that could work with me, and I wanted to like challenge myself.
Okay.
It's one thing to be like, oh, I'm gonna train in a gym and it's nice and fun and it's all fun, but like actually put yourself out there, challenge another woman, challenge another man, and sort of see where you are. So for me, it's about the challenge, but then also like the pride and the dedication and the discipline that comes with it.
Awesome. So tell me, what would be a typical day in the life of a boxer? Like walk us through what goes on in the mind of a boxer.
And the thing about amateur boxing is you got to do it with your regular life and then train.
Okay.
So for me, I'm also a kickboxing coach. So I work at BR Krav Maga.
Okay.
So I try to
Shout
mix, my work, and also in my day job, I work for a nonprofit. So I'm either trying to put in some cardio in the morning, or I'm using my instruction time to actually run through drills for myself. So I teach at least twice a week. And then I'm training with my coach at least 2 or 3 times a week. And so lots of cardio. I've been trying to cut weight. So you got to watch what you're eating, low on the carbs, high protein. I'm also a big juicer. Love my green juice, my carrot juice. But it's about a mixture of your cardio, your conditioning, obviously your strength, getting my push-ups in.
Oh, push-ups. You got to do your push-ups.
Got to get your push-ups in.
I can do one.
That's good. You start somewhere.
I got it in.
I really love the battle rope. It helps with your upper body. Obviously, I love to work the heavy bag.
Yeah.
And then I bought, like when quarantine started, it's called Bob. So it's like a mannequin of a heavy bag. And you use it a lot in martial arts training, but it's like having a little gym in my backyard. So if I can't go to the gym, or if I'm not teaching that day, or I don't feel like running, or jump rope, also got to be heavy on the jump rope.
Yeah.
So I'll hit on Bob and I'll get some work in. Definitely with my, making sure my combinations are sharp, my fundamentals are sharp.
Awesome.
Now, with your boxing, like what classification would you box in? You know how you got
the weight class.
Yeah, which
so
weight would
I'm
you
naturally like a bigger woman, but I would not want to fight like heavyweight. We're talking about like 6'3" women that are 200 pounds. So I'm gonna be fighting middleweight. 165.
Okay.
Okay.
And even from when I've started, I've lost about 30 pounds just to get into shape, to make sure I'm going to be able to make weight. And I think about one of my like idols, Clarissa Shields. She's from Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
I was looking at some of her Instagram videos early in quarantine, and she was 190. And that's
Wow.
where I started, 190. And I think she's 5'8", and I'm 5'8". So, like, that's giving me a barometer of, like, okay, if I was going to get real, real tight with it, I think she was at something, she could get as low as, like, 140 or something
Yeah.
like that. But I don't think that's something I would want to do
Okay.
because I got lots of hips and butt.
Lady love, lady hump. Okay.
Yeah,
I got
You don't wanna
things
lose
going
that.
on.
Heard, man. Y'all worry about the wrong ring out there. Don't
Okay.
listen.
So yeah, I think 165 is gonna be good for me, and you know, I definitely want to challenge myself,
Yeah.
and see, because you always kind of want to be like that bigger fighter,
Right.
naturally coming in and trying to cut your weight versus necessarily trying to go up in weight, and build up that mass. So that's what I'm going for, middleweight.
Okay. So tell me, what if someone wanted to learn the sport of boxing or wanted to get into it? What is some advice that you would give to someone? You know, whether they're a female, male, etc.
Yeah. So I think it's like the internet has made things so accessible. I went and got a premium YouTube channel just to be able to watch all the older tapes and to watch like classic fights. And I've got the ESPN Plus subscription now. Like, I'm the type of person that will totally ingrain myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of these folks started boxing when they were 10 or 7 or 12. And that's great. But, you know, I started at 25. I started fighting in martial arts. And so I think the learning curve for me has had to be a little bit steeper.
Sure.
But I also feel like, you know, I ran half marathons. I played basketball in high school. So I'm like been athletic. And
Yeah.
so for me, I'm like trying to catch up on the techniques, the little tricks, the classic fighters of what they did. So I'd say study. Like, study the tapes, watch boxers, pick a fighter that you like, whose style you can emulate. Either you're gonna be going for speed, you're gonna be going for power, or maybe you're going for fundamentals and technical skills, and be like, okay, this is the kind of style I want to do.
Yeah.
Male or female. And I think female boxers haven't been getting, or female combat sport artists haven't been getting their due. And we see that with a lot of female sports. We
Yeah.
had this whole thing with the NCAA tournament, and the women weren't getting the same stuff that the guys were getting, and
true.
you know, their gift bags were smaller and all this kind of stuff. So
the little gourmet.
yeah,
healthy choice
their
meals.
brunch was trash. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, a little cardboard box or something. So
Right.
I think we're seeing women fighters come and show up and show out. Black female fighters, and Clarissa Shields, she just did her own pay-per-view, all women on the fight card, the first that's ever been done in
That's
terms
awesome.
of promoting her own cards, her own fight, her own pay-per-view. And she said, you know, like, making the business of women combat sports is important.
Yeah.
And getting it out there and showing ladies, you know, if you don't have to do ballet or whatever, cheerleading, and that's fine too, but like,
Yeah.
you can be in combat sports, you can still be feminine, but if you want to get into it, get your cardio right, get your body right. You know, it's not, you can't just outslug somebody. There's
Sure.
lots of folks that are training. There's lots of kids that have spent their life dedicated to this. So I feel like you step up and be
Yeah.
competitive, but you can train. You can find a gym near you. You can find somebody that will hold pads for you. Maybe your friend wants to do it with you too. So
Sure.
you don't need a big gym. You just need a little time, a little dedication.
Okay. Now before you go, let's tell us about the fight you have coming up now. Like you have coming up. Tell us
Yes.
about when that's gonna happen.
Yes, so May the 14th, the weekend of May 14th in Biloxi, Mississippi, the Sugarbird tournament.
Okay.
And so this will be my first amateur fight under USA Boxing. I'm super excited. I've sparred, I've done, a little bit of this and that in the gym, but like this will be my first time getting in the ring, putting on the headgear, and let's bite down and get to it. So I'm excited. I have all the confidence that I'm a lay it down. I heard the 2-piece, you
Yeah.
know, and that's what I like. I do like a good 1-2.
That's 1, 2.
You can't beat the 1-2. So,
1 and then 2 come behind it.
yeah, I'm strong with the right. So I like a good setup with the 1-2.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. And I've been trying to like look on YouTube and be like, what am I going to step into? But then I know because I'm a little older, I'm 30, right? And
Okay.
so I've got a bit of a maturity about myself. I'm not really scared of much.
Yeah.
No woman my size is going to scare me. And
I feel
so, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I know I have everything within me, and I just need to show it.
I feel that. Well, we appreciate you clocking in with
Thank
your boy.
you.
Thank you so much, man. Good luck in your fight.
Yes, I'm excited.
You know what I'm saying? You bring home that dub.
Yes, of
You know what I'm
course, for my
saying?
city. Of
Exactly.
course.
Gotta do it for the culture. And we're going to be right back after this.